The Cigar Nerds Podcast.
And welcome to Tactical Tuesday here on the Cigar Nerds Podcast YouTube channel. Today, we're not going to go out to the range. Got a little something else for you. We're going to talk about battle belts, how I have mine set up, and review this new battle belt that I just got in. So without further ado, right, and this is my battle belt. First off, what's a battle belt? Battle belt, duty belt, whatever you want to call it. It's, for when you need to carry a little bit more than your EDC. For me, I mainly, since I'm, from law enforcement, so I'm used to kind of having a duty belt set up. But now I mainly use it for training and competition use. So, this is what I have, and I'm going to go through how I set up. But first of all, the belt itself. This is the Core Essentials battle belt. One of the reasons why I went with this, and I'm real happy with it so far, is previously I was using a duty belt from SOE Tactical, our original special operations equipment. Great guys, highly recommend their products. But if anyone who's been watching the channel for a while, I lost a shit ton of weight. And I didn't want to buy a new belt or have my current belt resized because I was still continuing to lose weight. For my kind of EDC pants belt, I went with a ratcheting belt that, there's no holes. It just kind of expands in and out. So as your weight's fluctuation, all you got to do is cut off the excess belt and just keep cinching it down. It'll go from like a 50 down to like a 20. Well, I hadn't found anyone who was making that kind of same ratcheting system on a duty belt until I came across Core Essentials. So yeah, essentially, like once you cut the belt for your size, it has there's a little release here on the back of the buckle, and then you just pull it up, take the keeper off, and it comes apart, and then it just, you hear the ratcheting sound as it goes back together. Another cool thing about this belt setup is, like I said, I mentioned I'm from a law enforcement background, so I'm used to having belt keepers. If you don't know what that is, you got to have something to this is not going to fit through the loops on your regular pants. You got to have something to kind of attach this to the belt that's holding up your pants. And in law enforcement, you used belt keepers, which is something like this here, that would just go around your inner belt and your outer belt and then hook it down with buttons, Velcro, whatever. But this system is a two-piece belt system, so it comes with this belt here that Velcro, and it's Velcro all the way around. So you put this on your, whatever pants you were wearing, and then it has the kind of the soft side of the Velcro all the way around. And if you'll notice on the outer belt, you have Velcro all along the inside. So there's no need for belt keepers or anything like that. It'll literally just Velcro to your regular pants belt, and this shit ain't moving at that point. So you don't have to worry about your kind of equipment shifting around on you while you're running and gunning, because with this Velcro, it stays in place pretty well. And also, it has this kind of stretchy section in here, so kind of as you're moving and stuff, it gives this belt like a little bit of flexibility, so it's not as uncomfortable to wear. So there's a little bit of stretch to this once you have it on. So let's get into what I have on this thing. Like I said, Core Essentials belt, and it's their, it has the MOLLE straps on the outside. So anything you have that takes a MOLLE, MOLLE setup, you can then kind of easily attach this belt. So it'll stay in place and won't slide back and forth. You can kind of, wherever you put it is where it's going to stay. So first off, let's start at this end here. I have these ammo pouches I carry right now. This is set up for my Glock. I got the double mag pouch and a single AR mag pouch. These are from Wilder Tactical. They're their Urban Assault pouches. It's kind of cool. It's Kydex, or not Kydex, like Kadura fabric on the outside, so you can get them in kind of any camo pattern you want. And then a hard Kydex frame. And they'll stretch to hold, so there's plenty of retention. And they have these little kind of cinch cords to tighten them up for whatever. Same thing. Why am I running a AR mag on my belt? Well, you know, if I'm doing a 3-gun or some kind of, you know, and I've got armor or a chest rig, normally I've got, you know, a full supply of magazines. But, you know, there's times when, you know, maybe you don't want to carry your plate carrier or chest rig. You're, you know, running like a 3-gun where you may need 2 mags at most. Then you all you need is like a single like reload on your belt. Or if you are, you know, planning on going out and getting into some shit, there may come a time where you need to drop your heavy chest rig or plate, and if you have to, you know, ditch your gear, there's always at least one more magazine on your belt if you need to, like, you know, move a little faster and you're not carrying all the cool shit. Now that brings us to the middle of the belt. This is usually in the kind of in the small of the back area. This is a IFAK, so you should always carry some kind of medical on your gear. I usually have 2. I usually have one on my belt and then one on my plate carrier, chest rig, whatever. This is the Responder IFAK from Live the Creed. It's like basically you pop this buckle here, and then it'll pull to either side, and all your contents are in there. And then it has this little hanger on the bottom for your tourniquet. Now, just kind of between the gun and the med kit, I have this ridiculously large knife. This is a commando dagger from K-Bar. Literally, yeah, it's probably too big for this belt, but I just got through reading In the Blood by Jack Carr, and he does some serious, James Reeves does some serious work with an old Fairbairn Sachs commando dagger, so I saw this in the knife shop, and I was like, I gotta have it. Yeah, it's a vibe. It's maybe not practical, but yeah, it's a vibe. I've got it just attached right now, kind of temporary, as I'm trying it out with a 550 cord, threading it through the molly straps, because if I hang it by the actual belt loop, it hangs like way too low. This is the knife I was using on this belt. It's a little more size practical. It's a kind of like a box cutter from Alpha Knife, and I've been using this thing for years and love it. But yeah, I'm trying this big fucker until I get tired of it and switch to something else. But that's my current. You always gotta have a pokey stick on your belt. So then that brings us to, let's get over the holster setup. I also have this, also from Wilder Tactical, little utility clip, because you need gloves. And this makes, if you're not currently wearing gloves, this makes it convenient to hang your gloves on. These are the Victos war-torn gloves. Just got them, so I haven't really had a chance to use them yet, but they feel pretty good. Alright, now next up is the blaster. This is kind of cool. This is, well, the Safariland, move this around so y'all can see it better. Safariland holster, but it's equipped with their QLS system. So if, say, I mean, this is set up for my 19X, if I want to run one of my other guns that has like a red dot, or, like I said, this one's got a little more retention to it. So if I'm shooting a competition and I want something with no retention, or I want to shoot something, a different gun other than this Glock, this has their QLS quick release system. So basically I just unclip this holster. It has these forks that slide into the base here, and then switch it out for a different holster. The holster frame I'm using, this is also from Wilder Tactical. It is their multi-holster platform. If you see on the back of it, it has several screw holes, so you can kind of attach different holsters to this plate. Unfortunately, when I was looking up the information on their website before filming this video, this particular kind of holster mount's no longer made, but if you can find it, I enjoy it. It also comes with spacers, so if you wanted your holster to sit farther out from your body, you can just put little spacers under the receiving plate here and raise the gun up off your body. And it has the leg strap. I mean, they still sell something similar, but this particular holster is no longer available. One other cool thing, these Wilder holsters, they use what they call it's their UAB attachment, which instead of if anyone who's dealt with MOLLE, you got your MOLLE straps to attach things to your MOLLE panels. Well, this basically, if you can see it there, slides through the MOLLE panels and then screws down. So it's super secure. So these things will not fall off. You don't have to worry about a MOLLE strap breaking or coming undone. Like I said, this thing is pretty well secured in place. And, comes in a variety of colors. When I bought mine, they only had black and coyote. And now I believe they have multicam black and regular multicam. So I wish I'd known they had multicam to match my pouch colors. But so I may have to get another one at some point. But yeah, that's all I got for you this week on my battle belt setup. And my holster setup here. And like I said, you may not need all this. You may want more. You may want less. It's kind of the only thing that kind of determines what should be on your belt is whatever you plan on doing with it and whatever's comfortable for you. I like to carry a lot of shit, so I have a lot of shit on my belt. Things this belt's missing that I'll probably need to add at some point is a dump pouch. Just basically it's a fold-up pouch. Some competitions, the rules are you can't drop magazines, especially you can't drop magazines that still have bullets in it. So having a nice dump pouch so you can just drop your mags in, or if you don't have, like I said, I do occasionally do some 3-gun, so I need maybe one of those like shotgun shell holders on here somewhere. And dump pouch is also good to keeping snacks in if you don't need it. It's always somewhere to put your Snickers bar or whatever, because you can't fight hungry. But yeah, that's all I got for you this Tactical Tuesday. Like, comment, and subscribe. And you've been watching the Cigar Nerds podcast. Check us out on cigarnerdpodcast.com and on the ESO Network, esonetwork.com. And don't forget, smoke them if you got them. Like, comment, and subscribe.